Guys, welcome again to the Word of Life. So today we are going to talk about the difference between strong acid and weak acid. Though we have actually said in our previous videos and classes that the one of the difference between strong acid and weak acid is number one. Strong acid is naturally prepared in the laboratory, while weak acid are actually organic acid, those that are actually found in the remains of plants and animals. So today we are also going to talk about some of the key differences between strong acid and weak acid. Number one is disassociation. Strong acid can disassociate completely, okay, when the environment is not actually stable. By environment we are talking about the container, because of it is highly reactive, so it can react with the container and disassociate or even lose its hydrogen ion, while weak acid um, cannot actually react as fast as strong acid, so the disassociation will be very very poor. Okay, so another one is ionization concentration. So strong acid produces a strong hydrogen ion, while a weak acid produces a weaker or low concentration of hydrogen ion. Then we have pH level. pH level have to do with negative logarithm of hydrogen ion to base 10. That is what pH level is. So strong acid has a lower pH level up to 1 and 2. Okay, that is why it is very, very corrosive and dangerous. While weak acid has a higher pH level, okay, up to 5 to 6. Okay, so it is very, very weak. So we talk about reaction speed. Strong acid reacts faster with metals and bases, while weak acid reacts slowly with metals and bases. Okay, so example of strong acid, we have the hydrochloric acid, we have the sulfuric acid, and also we have the nitric acid, which is a N O3H. That is a tetraoxonitrate 5 acid, HNO3. Okay, then we have weak acid. Weak acid, we have the acetic acid, which is CH3COOH. We have citric acid, which is popularly known as vitamin C, which is C6H8 and O7. We also have the carbonic acid, which is H2CO3, okay, which our chemistry in class will say is this triazocarbonate. Okay, triazocarbonate 6 acid and triazocarbonate 5 acid as well. So some crucial difference again, we have the strength and concentration. Like we said, strong acid ionizes strongly, while weak acid ionizes poorly. We have the equilibrium. Strong acid find it very very difficult to balance its equilibrium, because if it reacts and loses its hydrogen ion, it cannot actually get it back, because whenever an acid loses its hydrogen ion, it now change into what we call the conjugal base. So when a strong acid loses its hydrogen ion and form a conjugal base, it find it very very difficult to gain its hydrogen ion, which is to form an acid solution again. So it will remain as a conjugal base. But if it is a weak acid can lose its hydrogen ion to form a conjugal base and also gain its hydrogen ion back again. Okay, so that is actually one of the difference again. And also we have other differences, okay, which is bonding strength. Okay, a strong acid can bond between atoms and the rest of the molecule, but it is typically weaker than a weak acid. Okay, and another one is we have talked about equilibrium behavior, and another one is enthalpy and reaction. Whenever a strong acid reacts, okay, the reaction is always isothermic. For instance, if you are reacting a strong acid with a weak base or a weak or a strong base, if you touch the container will be hot. Try to tell you that the reaction is isothermic reaction. But if it is a weak acid, it is not. It is mostly endothermic reaction. Okay, so the next time we are going to meet, we are going to talk about ionization as a full topic. So do follow me if you're not actually following me before. Share it with your friends who will be interested to learn, and we will be learning here every day. Okay, see you in the next video.